How we doing?
What have you thought about? What have you thought about your group so far this spring?
Man, I'm excited. Anytime you get new guys in here, you got to go. You got to start with the process. You starting from the beginning, and you got to remember that it's a process. But we got some big and athletic guys, and I'm excited to add them to the nucleus.
Now, when they got here, what was the things that you were trying to develop with them to get a lot out of them before you guys got
It's more so understanding our culture that we're going to be tough. We're not going to make excuses, and we have to be the backbone of the defense of the team. We have to be the toughest on the group. So no excuses. Just kind of implementing that inside of them and just kind of building our culture.
You brought in some transfers. The two Purdue guys, Emba and Lewis, Terry Webb. Stylistically, how do they differ from each other, and how are they doing adjusting to your system?
Emba is kind of the wild card, man, because he's so long and he plays with power. He has enough finesse in him. I'm still figuring out what all we can do with him because, man, he's just so long. So trying to put him in an ideal situation where he can make as many plays as possible. Terry is very strong. He's explosive. And, you kind of see him as that, prototypical three technique. So, I'm excited about those guys.
How big is not just replicating what they did on the field, but off the field from the Elijahs and those guys that you graduated?
Yeah, it's easy to turn on some tape, throw on some Clemson, some ACC film from last year, and kind of show them what it's supposed to look like. And when you have that, now you're building, your culture, so that's the standard. They can turn on the tape and say, oh, this is how you're supposed to play the block. This is how you're supposed to rush the passer. This is how you're supposed to screen to the football. And we have that, and it's really a blessing to be able to turn on the tape and show them that.
What have you thought of Trey Wilson so far this spring as he's come in, and has he given you a little bit of versatility with his game?
Absolutely, man. He's strong. He's powerful. At the last place he was, kind of reading, and now he gets a chance to penetrate, and we kind of play him all across the line, and we're very excited about him, man. He's going to be a guy that just lines up in multiple positions and makes our ball club better.
Last year, you guys could play 7 to 8 legitimately on a rotation. What's your thinking right now as to how deep you can go with this group this year?
We're a work in progress. Last year I thought we were really deep. I thought we played with about four ends, and we played about 4 to 5 D tackles. We're work in progress. I'm not going to say we're there today, but you don't have to be there today. So I like the direction of the group, but there's still work to be done.
You mentioned Emba and how tall he is, how long he is. Offensive lines always talk about trying to get low and get underneath defensive linemen. With a guy that tall, how do you help him navigate that and deal with that?
So I tell the guys, as long as your eyes are lower than the blockers, you got good pad level, and man, that's all as long as his eyes are lower than the blockers, then he got great pad level. He's never gonna play like flat back like that, but as long as his eyes are lower than the blockers, he's got great pad level, and he's done a good job for the most part being so long.
Any update on Jonathan Jefferson and how he's feeling?
Yeah, we just, he had a little bump or bruise. He'll be back, come fall, and we'll manage it.
Keep him in bubble wrap, huh?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, Jared Harrison Hunt at Pro Day said the way this is going, that this program could turn into like a defensive tackle machine, and he referenced it to like Ohio State and Texas. When you hear things like that, what do you think, and what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, I believe that, man. We're in a gold mine, Dallas, Texas. All these Fortune 500 companies around us, the facilities, the support is there, and every year there should be some NFL guys coming out of this place. So we have the support. We got the system with Coach Simons. We got the leader with Coach Lashley, and my job is don't mess them up. Make it as simple as possible so they can use their God-given ability to make plays.
To go off of that a little bit, Jared and Elijah both said you've been helping them throughout the process. How have you been helping them as the draft is less than 3 weeks away?
I've had guys before go to the NFL draft, so just going off those experiences and sharing that with them and telling them what it takes to play at that level, and they've done a great job with it.
Who are some of the guys that are taking over the room this spring for you guys?
Emba has a good voice. Terry Webb has a good voice. DeMarge speaks a lot. Kel speaks a lot. It's kind of it's easy to talk, but I'm more of my eyes work better than my ears, so I go off what I see more than what I hear.
What have you seen from a guy like Kevin Allen? He's been in the program a couple years. He's was today pretty demonstrative out there. I mean, it
was good to see that, man. Just good to see him make plays. He's a guy that you feel like can go in a game and make a play now. So you're excited about that.